And Pinheiro will kick it away with Rashid Shaheed, who's flag on the play. Thrown right after the kick left the foot of Pinheiro.
Illegal formation, receiving team number 30.
So Sam Darnold is set to go. He made a playoff start last year. He's a Pro Bowler, but he has turned the ball over a lot, 20 times total. But he and his Seahawks. Lenore with a gain of 3. Take a look at the offensive line. Charles Cross, but Josh Jones is good to make the start. And the Pro Bowler on the outside, legit #1 receiver, Jackson.
Been all world throughout this year.
2nd down and 7. Walker over the right side. Getting better, as Troy said during the open. Walker, a 100-yard game 2 weeks ago. Zach Charbonnet, his back. Play action from Darnold. Drops it off. That's Walker. Not tripped up. Still on his feet and rumbling. Seahawks are rolling right out of the gate.
Good pickup, and I like what they're doing offensively with Sam Darnold to start this game. First of all, you mentioned great blocking out in front. And you've got 2 completions to start this game by Sam Darnold, and they're easy complete. And now they're on the move.
Charbonnet in the backfield now.
Getting some good movement up front, Joe. That time Anthony Bradford, their right guard. It's been a team that is heavy in terms of wanting to run the ball. In fact, both of these teams really pride themselves. Last month, they started running the football very well, and they are again here tonight.
The line and driven backward. D. Winters was the first.
Cisco that time, knowing that Seattle's trying to get the run established. D. Winters, number 53, here he comes. And
would be a 51-yard field goal try from here. It's 3rd and 4. Darnold comes off his first read and finds his tight end Saubert. And Eric Saubert a couple of weeks ago against the Rams, a gain of 9.
Really nice job there by Sam Darnold, settling in here on this opening drive. On the middle after he comes off of that, and all the way back out to Saubert, who runs a nice route, a little pivot there on the outside.
Walker right side with his fullback in front.
We've already seen both of these running backs, Joe, with Kenneth Walker as well as Zach Charbonnet, and they're both really talented. They have different skill sets, but the one thing they share in common is their ability to break tackles.
Bears in that thrilling win. And they're getting run over right now. 2nd and 2. Charbonnet is.
You know, we talked to Kyle Shanahan, and he was talking about how most of this season teams see the 49ers trying to attack the air. They see in the coverages. But as we mentioned, that's not going to be the case for Clint to a good start on this opening drive.
Who was being guarded by Diamador Lenore. He said he wanted Smith and
Automatic first down.
You saw the grab, and you're right, Joe. Lenore talked this week about wanting to match up long. When he plays outside, which is most of the time, he is lined up at the left cornerback position. Been assigned him on a couple of throws already. So it's clear that the
Robbie Oots, the fullback. Charbonnet.
Into his vision, but he's going to go to the flat, and he's got him right now. As soon as you come off that fake, put it on him.
That's his first of the year. And it's 2nd and goal. The ball back at the 12. It's upfield, gets down to the 7 maybe. Just inside the 8, a gain of 5.
His hope is that if they get to enough 3rd downs or they get down here in the red zone, they're going to force a team to settle for field goal.
Timeout Seattle. You saw Charles Cross, one of the best here on Josh Jones. And with the Seahawks not able to get lined up, Mike McDonald ran down and called a timeout.
And they're able to get the timeout called. We'll see if that comes into play here the remainder of this first half. Darnold Important that he just realized that he's got 3 points in his pocket, and if he doesn't.
They hand off to Charbonnet. Got to the 4, and that's it. And the Seahawks look like they're going to go for it.
Well, they must have been thinking that, because it's an interesting call, expecting when you're the free unblocked defender to make that tackle.
This is rare. They don't go for it. Jigba at the top. 4th down. End zone broken on downs with Upton Stout in coverage. They had a 1st and goal at the way with nothing. So much for 3 points in your pocket.
On the opening possession, here's that last play, and they didn't like Renardo Green runs in. Maybe had a chance here for Jake Bobo on the outside. Did he get the natural pick? He's got a chance, but I think he does go for it on 4th down, knowing you've got the offense backed up and your defense is so good that they can hold them.
Won't be all year, but Brock Purdy is playing some great football. They're coming off a season-high 490 turf toe. The big toe on his right foot for the early part of the year. Mac Jones, outstanding game-winning streak. 2nd and 7. 4-man rush. Purdy completes. Defense is without their star left tackle Trent Williams, a 12-time Pro Bowler and future Hall of Famer. Austin Dahl, their 2nd-year wide receiver, who's so good against man-to-man coverage, but they still have Purdy not able to.
Been there on the play that Purdy's expecting Juwan Jennings to continue on his route. You can see as he comes up, was expecting him to continue. So they get to 3rd and short against this defense, and now they're going to set Seattle up with outstanding.
Career punt number 1001, hits it high. Rashid Shaheed from, and there is a flag back near where the ball was snapped. Right now,
Kicking team number 49. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st down, timeout.
I mean, that's going to getting it. There's the face mask right in the middle of the screen by Garrett Wallow. 22 wild card game in his rookie year. Brock Purdy. And the 49ers beat the possession for Seattle. Walker cuts back. Opening drive was impressive. They had a 1st and goal at the 1. They went backward. Their possession on an opening drive without points since 2018.
Yeah, that's disappointing, no doubt. Get good field position. If in that same situation again, I'm not sure McDonald goes for it.
Jackson started a gain of 5.
I think overall right now, though, Joe, Seattle's got to be feeling pretty good, especially Sam Darnold. I mean, the way that they over 5 yards a carry on that opening drive, had some really nice runs. Darnold was good, and those.
3rd down and 2, Charbonnet. Who couldn't bring him down, and it's a 27-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 2.
Well, take a look. Can contain Charbonnet, and Barner, who is a blocking machine, does an absolute.
They needed 2. They get 27, a touchdown. Add the extra point with Jason Myers, the visiting team. Here in Week 18, 7-zip Seahawks. Season most by a Seahawk player since 2014 when Marshawn Lynch had 13. And they went field and lead 7-0. Out to his 2nd year as head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. His group is 14-2. First 2 seasons as an NFL coach. There's George Seifert of a great 49er team. When he took over, McDonald right on that list behind him. Handoff is to McCaffrey, and not much room. A gain of 2.
I don't think you can say enough about the job that Mike McDonald that we are watching throughout this season. They are a top 5 defense in almost every category, and just most improvement has been their run defense. They just shut people down, and that's going to be a problem for San Francisco.
Ground by Derek Hall. A loss of one.
They do bring a lot of secondary players, and they bring linebackers. They rush 5, and when they do bring them, getting to Brock Purdy and forcing a 3rd and long. And this is a down they have dominated throughout the year.
Long way to go, won't get there. And Juwan Jennings is going to be short of first down yardage, brought down by until now. Now the punt team comes out on 4th and short.
Well, Seattle, over the last 6 games or so, they have been 7 who came up and made the first contact on the ball carrier, and they rallied to the football, and it looked.
Fair catch by Shaheed. And he hauls it in inside.
They do a great job on the first big run of the game, sealing the edge. And then, of course, A.J. Barner here. This is why not when you've got those 2 guys that are able to seal the edges the way they have here in this first quarter.
Walker. And the Seahawks are averaging about 8 yards a carry. And this is good for
Josh Jones. He has nobody to block. You see, he's running. Look, he's just looking for somebody. And when you're
see, they're over 8.5 yards per carry, 87 already. We'll go down to Laura.
Well, Joe, there's been a big emphasis this week by offensive coordinator for the Seahawks, Clint Kubiak, pleased with the operation, and Darnold specifically checking in with the O-line multiple times, making sure they can hear him. They've all
and his brother Clay is the offensive coordinator for Kyle Shanahan. So out of the right hand of Sam Darnold, first down.
Well, Kyle Shanahan has got to be concerned with gotten away from running the football, and even Chicago last week averaging 5 yards a carry. You know, they didn't really run it all that 50% here in this first half of running the football and having a lot of success doing it.
Coming up on the end of the quarter, when we met with Kyle Shanahan, he said one, and he said in some weird way it's almost more important than the next one. Corner. We have a false start, so kill the music. We thought we
Number 88.
Wow.
5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down. Please put 1 second on the game clock.
And that is and that'll do it for the first quarter. 2nd down for Seattle after 1, up 7.
Tight call by the officials to call them for a false start.
Brings up 2nd down and 15 to start the second. Smith and Jigba, nice move. Broke a tackle, then another still going down the sideline, but they're going to say he stepped out. By D. Winters, and let's take a look. They marked him out of bounds at the 37.
That's a good call there by the officials, catching it. 2 missed tackles there, turned what should have been a minimal gain.
No answers by this 49ers defense except for one play. That sack by Tatum. Here's a handoff right side. Charbonnet brought down from behind, almost lost the football.
A lot like what we showed earlier there on that opening drive where they come in with 2 tight ends. They got Saubert and Barner to the corner before anyone's even there to try to make a play on them.
Seattle's got 10 first down. Fake toss. Darnold, no pressure. 2nd down.
Well, they're kind of having their way right now offensively, and he makes the key block that kind of allows Darnold to buy some more time, but outstanding coverage on the back end by
Hawks. They're watching Sam Darnold not force the ball at all. Hand off to Walker, and he is slung to the ground by Akuanu.
Right, Joe, as far as watching Sam Darnold, it's the easiest way to then get into a rhythm as a quarterback. Knows it. And all eyes, as you said, to come into this game are on him. And yet he's been able to settle in because down here, a lot of Sam Darnold's interceptions have come on 3rd downs.
Seahawks were late getting out of the huddle. It's 4th down.
Great call, or great play by Upton Stout. Completion. See if you can't pick up some more yards to make this an easier field goal attempt. But Upton Stout.
It'll be a 47-yard try by Jason Myers. in this first half. Still,
I mean, it's a one-possession game. And
all trying to keep their defense off the field for a minute. We'll go down to Lisa.
Yeah, Joe, you mentioned how Kyle Shanahan said a win tonight about ever having to get on an airplane again this season. George Kittle said it takes its toll on your body. So he said, if we can just figure it out tonight for guys who are struggling through things, this game's meat.
Get there and win it. It would take a streak of 10 wins in a row. Here's a nice catch. McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey, he comes out of the backfield, which you see him do a lot. This offense runs through him, even the passing game for that matter. Slide inside, get a quick pass, and pick up the first down. Just really great execution, knowing.
First down of the ball game. Purdy setting it up for Jennings. And he is wrestled to the ground by Rick Woolen, who he coming on and a loss of 1.
Yeah, Joe, it's one of the reasons why Mike McDonald started to use the starter. He won the job in camp. He has been the starter. And Rick Woolen, he gets on the Woolen. He's made some nice plays already here in this first half.
It helps that they can get pressure with a 4-man rush as Purdy. Drake Thomas was there defending, and Jennings is able to get up.
You see Drake Thomas, he comes up and puts the hit on him, and the way in which he lands, and this guy is Juwan on the field. He likes a physical style of football, but just was not expecting that kind of hit. You can see the pain.
Broken ribs. He broke 5 of them early in the season. And he's wincing after sneaks through. Gets to the edge. And he's going to be out of bounds. Jacoby Bryant, second straight week for that, made the stop. And it's 4th down and 1.
Gone along. We talked about the toe injury and how that limited him when he first came back, but you can tell each week it's into this game against this defense. That's a viable weapon for San Francisco.
Down on the field, and that'll be their second
Charge timeout.
He's got the challenge flag in his hand.
I thought he challenged the play. They called it
out of the football, right, Russell?
I mean, it certainly looks like he's throwing a challenge flag there. It doesn't look inadvertent.
The flag, I think he turned to the official and signaled timeout. Kind of.
Yeah, it's too late. I mean, if you do throw a challenge flag.
Well, it is 4th down and 1 instead of what could have been 4th down and 2 with where incomplete. Seahawks ball. With Juszczyk the target. And Seattle's defense has allowed just 1 first down in this ball game. And the Carolina Panthers will be glued to their TVs.
Yeah, their win, but there's a little left on the bone there. We'll find out tomorrow.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. Good throw. Right on the money and an 18-yard completion.
Here's Jackson Smith in Jigba, and the route that he runs, they're trying to get attention to him with coverage, and yet he did on that play. He has been good all year long, and there are going to be a lot of big plays if they can't.
Everybody why the Seahawks went to get him in free agency. They traded Geno Smith for a 3rd-round pick to the Raiders. The 8-year with the Vikings, it didn't end well, but here he is with his team looking for their 14th win of the
for him really throughout his career, even going back to when he was at USC, has been the turnovers. And you know, ultimately, when you get into forward at any time.
Here's Kenneth Walker, hit the line hard. Got the handoff on 2nd down and picks up 4. And just Carolina, but they'll be watching tomorrow because if the Saints win, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, and Tampa Bay thought that this game earlier today would have been a winner-take-all because no one thought that.
3rd down and 4. Darnold in trouble. Out he goes. He gets credit for. He needed to use his legs, and he gets another 5 yards and a first down.
And Saleh, and this is the other side of him that people don't talk a whole lot about. You know, people don't think of Sam Darnold as being a scrambler.
Left tackle Josh Jones, 6'7", 339, and it's just good to see Winters able to get up and get up.
You have to ask just how many blows can this San Francisco team take? You know, we saw Juwan Jennings to be going forward. I imagine we'll see him, but there's Nick Bosa, who went down earlier in the year along with Fred Warner.
On first down, Brown made the tackle. And Walker lost his shoe.
Joe, they're just getting so much on a dominant offensive front. This San Francisco defensive line, though, they've had their issues, but
inside the San Francisco 30. But so far, just 7 points. Here's Walker again, shoe back middle of the defensive formation.
Holding. Offense number 76.
We'll take a look at it. He's able to get up to the second level that he gets called for. That's been about the only thing that has slowed them down.
Who has the only sack tonight for the 49ers. Get it to the tight end, A.J. Barner, with Jason Pinnock right there, and it's third
and slightly behind. Pinnock was right there to make a play, and there would be nobody out in front of him. You got to
3rd and 6. Darnold backpedaling, takes a shot. It's broken up. No flag.
Little stutter move on the outside. Renardo Green, it looked like initially, but didn't come out quite on time and get out there far enough. Jair Brown, he showed great range. He was in the middle of this.
10-0 game. The number 1 seed game, just over 5 to go in the half, and the ball will come out to the 40 as Myers.
Free kick out of bounds.
On this windy night, a mistake by Myers, and we look at the wild card weekend. Video, Sunday, same drill, and then Monday night we will come along with the end of wild card weekend. 49ers with just 39 yards of offense. Kittle, and the play is made by Eamon Worry. The stud rookie for Seattle.
He's locked up in man coverage on Kittle. So here he is. He's just staring at Kittle. Block the guy who's in man coverage. You're going to have a big play, but Eamon Worry, he just reads it. They're not able to get to him. And
16, 49ers came rolling into this game on offense. And not much here with McCaffrey as
they're playing coverage. They rush 4, and they've got 3 guys underneath, and you just see them. And he knows that McCaffrey's coming out of the backfield, and as soon as he catches a football, bam, he's right there to make a play.
All been for 9 yards or more. Purdy keeping it alive and able to complete to Jennings. And a much get out of trouble.
Yeah, and they had 2 receivers in the same area, which you never want, and that was really all Brock Purdy. Eyes down the field, and then on the other end of that, you're going to see that they've got 2 49ers right over there on the back. Their first 3rd down.
Here is a handoff to Brian Robinson. His first is inactive at the Carolina game last week. Was there to make the stop.
Well, they're knocking on the door 3 points, but yet with it being a 10-0 ball game, as much as Seattle has dominated this first half, 3rd quarter as well.
What's up?
2nd down and 4. Pressure on Purdy as to Purdy, and a 5-yard pickup with the Marcus Lawrence bearing down on the San Francisco quarterback.
And this out of your hand, you got to expect pressure as soon as you come off that ball fake. Purdy recognizes getting it in his hands.
13. 13.
Well, it's a 10-0 game. Seattle. It's Darnold, Cup, Shaheed. McCaffrey trying to get him going, not much. You see most career receptions in 49ers history. He just 7-time Pro Bowl tight end, 2-time All-Pro, playing great at the age of 32 with that catch. This is everybody's touching the ball, and they come underneath with a shorter completion gain of 4.
Well, that was close on that boundary. That was a big-time hit as McCaffrey was going out. But you look at Seattle defense, I mean, they have just been absolutely dominant. They have played well throughout this year, and tonight especially. Williams.
Instead, it's Austin Pleasance making the start at left tackle. Purdy. Sue made that stop. No gain. It'll go down as a sack. And they
take the points and try to cut it to a one-possession game, but there's just nowhere to go with the football. The protection wasn't bad, and that's the theme that Shanahan runs, creates all this air within the defense and within the coverage. And this secondary has not had any answers for Mike McDonald in this defense.
McDonald and the Seahawks took the timeout, and while Eddie Pinheiro to try it from 48.
Yeah, you hope your defense can make a stop here with 1:10 to go in the half, but
good snap, good hold, and on this strong kick from Pinheiro. And we'll welcome you inside the broadcast booth. I'm Joe Buck, that's Troy. 1:06 remaining. We saw D. Winters head into the locker room. We'll get an update here in a moment. Is Rashid Shaheed on the return. A great pickup by John Schneider in the front.
And was limping around up and down the sidelines for a couple of minutes, trying to test out that left ankle, but ultimately they say he's questionable to return.
Got stepped on by Josh Jones. And Diamador Lenore, second sack of the night for the 49ers, and it's Sam Okuwanu.
He comes off the edge, but it's because of the pressure inside there that makes him fall into it.
Surprised that San Francisco didn't call a timeout. They have 3. Darnold, who just had the sack. And I guess San Francisco is just willing to leave well enough alone here.
No question, Joe. Thrilled to go in and be down just 7 points, which is going to be the case. That's a big win for San Francisco.
Let's go down to Lisa Salters and Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle, you got
third manageable, and they've got to convert on third downs so that they can continue to run the football.
And they do.
We knew that was going to be the matchup. You've got the #1 offense converting on third down in San Francisco versus the Shanahan. He wants to run the ball. The last 5 games, they've had 30 rushing attempts or more. That's the number he would at least make it manageable and convert on third downs.
Here is McCaffrey again, and he got hit hard, and 4 is the result.
Yeah, so that's not great, because you come out on first down and you have a nice pickup, but they've had a hard time converting anything. They just converted 1 of 5 in that first half, and that's why
they're down to 4. Purdy, sideline, catch is made. That's DeMarcus Robinson.
Who's under pressure. I mean, he's under siege back there, and that is not fun for a quarterback. I mean, you're rushing high, and on the other end for Robinson, he knows when he catches this and has to leave his feet, he's going to get blown up.
Play action from Purdy. He comes underneath and able to complete to McCaffrey in a gain of about 8.
The other part of this, Joe, don't forget, Ricky Pearsall is not in uniform tonight. He's injured, and he was the one not having him. They were this kind of defense, and it's hard. And then you've got to hope that your own defense, McDonald talked about.
On first down, Robinson. Up to the 45, and it's 2nd and 7.
Sorry, Joe. This is a flat-out heavyweight fight. I mean, it really is. Whoever loses this game, to try to come off of this game tonight, and what you have to expect for either one of these teams, especially hard for San Francisco, as beat up as they are.
Reed, year number 10 for the 33-year-old, and a loss of 7.
Sides, but Purdy, the pocket inside isn't too bad. If he just kind of slides up, instead he kind of runs in. For me to say from up here, when you're down on the field and you've been under such heavy pass rush like Purdy has been.
Reed, time runs out, ball goes right into the grass. Pressure by Eamon with the Seahawks defense clamping down.
Watch number 13 here, Ernest Jones, and this is what I'm talking about. But as soon as you come into their area, they pick you up as though they're in man, and there's just not places to go with the football.
Dead. Shaheed from inside the 20. Pro Bowl returner by Shaheed, who has both succeed if the Rams win at home against Arizona. This year, same when he was the defensive coordinator in Baltimore for John Harbaugh. Year 1 to year 2, makes the catch. Brought down by Eric Kendricks in a gain of just 2.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. And in addition to what he's up as well, you know, you bring in a guy like DeMarcus Lawrence, you have the draft that they have with Nick Eamon and what we've seen out of last year that they didn't fit that they didn't think fit the culture. And I know Mike McDonald absolutely loves.
Set up a screen for Walker. He's got a blocker in front. Walker's got a first down as big Gray Zabel just.
Gray Zabel, he's done some nice things. There's a look at him as he pulls out and makes a nice block to help kind of lead McCaffrey type receiver. But they get the ball to him on checkdowns and little swing routes and screen plays like that.
Here's a toss to Walker right side. He's got tight end Eric Saubert out in front of him, and this is a wide receiver group. There's Jake Bobo.
The job that they do, but Jake Bobo, in fact, he's been so good at blocking that Sam Darnold has. But there's Oots, the fullback. He makes a big block. He's got 5 yards upfield before he's even touched.
At the line of scrimmage, Malik Mustafa made the play. And it's third
ground.
That's Josh Jones, who's starting for Charles Cross at left tackle.
Well, that gets in a
couple of weeks. And there's Amari Kite, the undrafted rookie free agent from Central Florida, who was Mustafa into the legs of Josh Jones. They check him. We'll take a break. For the third straight game with a bad hamstring, Josh Jones started in his place. For the third straight game, he left fence. It came week 4 at Arizona, is into the ball game, and he's out at left tackle.
4.
Charbonnet in the backfield. He gets it. And with that loss of
Francisco defensively, Lenore, I mean, I've been watching Charbonnet since he was at UCLA. Nobody makes this every time. You can see the excitement there by defensive coordinator Robert Saleh. That's a big-time play by a corner. No.
And a fair catch hauled in by Sky Moore. That's another missed opportunity for Seattle. They missed. And the play by Dion. Here's a handoff to McCaffrey. Man, there is no room in yards per carry allowed at 3.7, and they're right on point tonight.
It's a little rain, and Seattle struggled to move the ball, and yet Seattle was inside the 10-yard line with under 40 seconds before, and it'd be a one-possession game with a chance to win.
2nd down and 7, decent after a gain of 5.
When you get the ball backed up the way that they did, and right now when you start this possession, and if nothing else, get enough yardage where you can flip field position and back up Seattle again. Good on here tonight.
See, they've been over 60% the last 4 games. Different story tonight against Seattle. Robinson, what was the forward progress? He didn't get it. 4th down. Team on for the 49ers.
Demarcus Robinson, when he runs the route, he's beyond the chain. So he's going to pick up the first down. Higher throw, so he works back to it. And when he does, with Witherspoon right there to make a play, hard when you get a completion against this defense, especially 3rd and short like that, and it's not enough for a first down.
Watch out. Get sued for some sort of copyright infringement.
There you go. I think Sam Darnold's done a nice job tonight, not putting.
Darnold put the ball on the ground, and Charbonnet is able to get back on it. Darnold with the grass, but Charbonnet got on it.
He got tripped by his center, Jalen Sundell. He comes out right there. Francisco needs. That's what they're looking for, is a takeaway defensively and a short field to help out their offense.
Yetur Gross-Matos could not haul it in. What a chance that was. Can't make the catch. Bethune right there to knock it away.
I tell you, Sam Darnold could have eaten a sandwich back there.
Injury front, as you see, left tackle Josh Jones is back out there for Seattle. He was trying to work on some lateral mobility, a hip injury. He's back out there, as you saw, but could not come up with that catch.
He's been dealing with that hip the last, and is able to get the first down. Amazing.
And this last week, they tossed it to Charbonnet, and he was able to pick up a first down on 3rd and long. This time, I mean, they're basically Hall of Fame safety. He can't believe what he's watching.
Say it again. Jake Bobo was right there, and it's on 3rd and 17. Here's Jackson Smith and Jigba. What an adjustment. Up.
Yeah, just such great body control in the way in which he's able to run routes. He really just does not tip off a ball that's behind him. Not an easy play to make, but that shows you the athleticism and the things that he's capable of doing that puts this game away.
Play action from Darnold. Has time and of 10 plus. He got 12 and a first down.
Pressure late on Darnold, and if you're Sam Darnold, you just have to know the way this game has gone, that at 10-3, a two-possession game, as well as this defense for Seattle has played.
Last 3 plays, the Seahawks have Tatum Bethune, their middle linebacker, who missed 3 games with a high ankle sprain. In quarter number 3 in a 7-point game. Time now for our total replay. Brock works off that.
That sure does, and this is what Seattle has done so well all year. They want to run the football, their success. These tight ends, fullback, the big heavy packages, and then the running game going, and then really kind of dictate when you're going to throw the football, marry it up with the passing game or with the play action game.
How many more players can these 49ers lose? They're without Bethune, the rookie they love. 2nd round pick from Texas. They don't have Fred Warner, just made.
Well, you look at this drive, Joe. They have the opportunity to start the drive off of that, and they give up a first down to Kenneth Walker. And now Seattle in a position.
There's Charbonnet. Doesn't get much. Alfred Collins, who made the play on first.
Kubiak and Mike McDonald, what they do, are they going to put the ball in Sam Darnold's hands and see if he can pick this up at the points? And those are so big that we're going to play it a little conservatively, maybe get the ball out quick.
Quick setup and throw, and incomplete. Flag comes in, and Bernardo Green in coverage.
Defense number 0. Spot foul. Automatic first down.
To Shaheed.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. The way Rashid Shaheed reacted, yeah, definitely. He had his left arm up around his neck. There's no easy call.
The 20 at the 17. Walker in the backfield. Who was a trade target and a pickup from the Patriots in season, made that stop.
Yeah, really great. Able to pursue it from the backside and make the play.
Tatum Bethune is back on the field for Robert Saleh. Smith and Jigba in motion. Here's a little pass to Charbonnet. It is a 10-3 ball game. Seahawks are driving. Brought down immediately. Strong tackle by Upton Stout, the rookie, and 3rd round pick from Western Kentucky.
Really impressed with him. Has it been perfect this year? No, but it never is for a rookie. But I think he's got in the open field, because if he doesn't make that tackle, it's a first down.
He's 67 pounds lighter than Eric Saubert, but brought him down. 2 for 3 tonight. Remember, that drive would have been a 3 and out without that 19-yard run. Let's turn it into 3 points. 2-score game.
People have talked about coming into this game, and they have just totally 105 total yards, 3 points, 3 sacks. They have shut down Christian McCaffrey. They've shut.
Starts a little better than the last, and he's out to the 29. The 49ers tonight just 5 first downs on 0 rushing first downs in a game was in 1969. So that just Christian McCaffrey, the kind of night that this Seahawks defense has had.
And there's still time on the clock, of course, with 14 minutes left in the game to run the football. It's going to be on Brock Purdy for them to climb back into this game. Either that or a deep.
To the night, it's Kittle. And boy, did they need that.
Really, any air within this defense. I mean, this is what you're accustomed to seeing from San Francisco. There's his wife. She's pretty excited about the catch as well.
That was 20 yards, longest play. Pick up a first down with his legs. And the 49ers are inside Seattle.
The blitz with a 5-man rush. Sometimes when they bring backs and linebackers, they still drop people out, so it's a 4-man rush, and he's able to pick up the first down.
That is their first rushing first down of the night. 35 got 4. Where Byron Murphy, the second-year nose ball, made the tackle.
Well, it just shows you, Joe, what happens when you get a big play. You know, San Francisco's had a hard time all night. They get themselves in field goal range. So this is a big answer for them.
The 49ers have been inside Seattle's 30-yard line.
And you can hear the crowd kind of getting in behind on there with Juwan Jennings on their sidelines. He's a pretty fiery guy. With them having to regroup and huddle back up, what I was about to say was you finally got the crowd back in behind them, but here's a look at it, and grabbing and holding, and none of it had anything to do with the actual play.
Little more time, floated, and there it.
That's his best throw of the night. He has to lay this ball. He's got a too-deep look. He's got to lay it over that zone corner, and he just, I mean, that's not.
McCaffrey gets a few.
And then it's like just running into a brick wall. And it's just not much there. Yes, on both sides of the ball, and here they come, and they're going to make it a great finish.
Well, they don't have their second and goal. Down by 10. That ball was tipped, I think, and picked off. I think that ball was tipped out of the hand.
It's a ball that's thrown behind. Couldn't tell if it was touched there at the line of scrimmage, but it's behind McCaffrey, and here to make a play.
Yeah, I think Boye Mafe got a finger on that ball, and it directed it behind.
Seattle looking to make a play defensively, and Drake Thomas is the one who comes up with the aim, not being able to make a clean catch.
A red zone takeaway by the Seahawks defense. And on it, and Thomas made the catch.
Booth, and I mentioned him earlier, but what a great job he has done putting together this roster.
Second. And a good throw from Darnold for 13.
Yeah, really good. He's working. And then you've got the Diamador Lenore always at the left corner. So you can get the matchup you want. Route, great throw by Darnold.
7 targets, 6 catches to go. Sam Darnold, third quarterback now in Seahawks history. No turnovers tonight.
Well, I mentioned that earlier on this. What's plagued him throughout the year. You can't do it in big games, and he has done a good job protecting the football.
2nd and 8 now. Turns it into a positive play. Pinnock made the tackle, but a gain of 6.
Big third down to Wade. It'll be under 8 minutes, and they're able, with a first down, to run this thing down even further, not with more offensive yardage.
And the longtime LA Ram is good for 5 and a big first down and another play. He's been in and out of the lineup this year. He's been in and out of this game in this past round.
They've taken apart a lot of teams since he took over there.
Has another first down for Seattle. And we'll go to under.
You just watch this offensive front and the job that they have done, Joe, throughout this game. I mean, it has risked the league at almost 50% of the time. It's what Mike McDonald wanted. It's what Clint Kubiak has been so good at. This one.
And on this play, as Walker gets another first down.
This is a defense at the 49ers. The team, for them to get to this game, what they had to do, and the San Francisco 49ers has certainly felt it, but Seattle, this is impressive to come in here on the road.
Yeah, the #1 seed on the line. First round bye on the line. Darnold, Charbonnet. 5. If the Seahawks win, it'll be their 14th of this. Is the starting quarterback. See the division leaders. Tampa Bay is there, but they need help to get into the postseason. Carolina. 2nd down and 4. Charbonnet bends it back. Gets another first down.
They're they're going to rush for over 200 yards before this game is over. And Sam Darnold, you know, we haven't talked a lot about him. For win in spite of the quarterback. The quarterback always has to show up and play well, and he's done that and do it on efficient. He has been playing quarterback throughout this game tonight.
Back to Bernardo Green after the touch by Jackson Smith and Jigba. Almost got the takeaway.
Yeah, he's not quite able to make it. It would have been a great opportunity for San Francisco.
Second and 10. To the line of scrimmage.
Wonder with San Francisco when
they take their first of this second half right here as they.
His words.
A lot of things used to suck, like cell phones the size of frozen lasagnas, but by like a lot. Check it out for yourself. You can switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Well, it's third down, 3rd and 10. It would be a 50. 49ers needing a stop to have any chance. Down 2 scores. Sam Darnold, who was a 49er 2 years ago, learned from talents to Minnesota. Now with Seattle. Playing a first down, Seattle. What a good play by Darnold.
they bail out here, so there's only a 4-man rush, but he's covered up, and then he just does what a veteran receiver. And so he's able to create some separation. Darnold finds him, and that's what good players do.
I mean, the story of this end, they got 24 yards. The biggest carry and play of the game still feels like that third.
Yeah, I thought that at the time was the backbreaker, or very well could be. And with that said, the turnover in San Francisco, they were going to make this one heck of a finish up to that point.
San Francisco used their and timeout with 3:57 to go. And now the 49ers. So Kyle Shanahan is looking at his defense, trying to get a stop here. Again, if the 49ers
team's coming in, playing hot, they'd won 6 straight. But this is an impressive performance, really, by the entire team. It has been excellent.
Charbonnet had to re-grab that handoff. He's able to. Niners are out of timeouts. Right there.
Yeah, it was a little bit low. You know, sometimes when you run that outside zone like that for low handoff.
Third to him, short of first down yardage. That was Mustafa who came in to make the stop. Going to lead their offense out on the field.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with this. That, you know, again, it goes back to what happened. So dominant.
They have both tight ends in and their fullback, Robbie Oots, the rookie.
They're not going to snap it.
They call that the barnyard play. Fans coin. He's done that from time to time this season, and the 49ers don't jump.
You know, the other thing, Joe, was not all fourth. That was much more than a yard. It wasn't a foot. And so that was, especially on that play, if you're going to run.
Short field goal try for Jason Myers of 26 yards. He hits the upright, and it stays a 10-point game. 2 out of 4. Off go out of bounds, and this is a rare off night for one of the best in the league.
Yeah, absolute shock on Sam Darnold. You know, asking the defense once again to come out and make a play.
Well, it's a 10. Have no timeouts. No Trent Williams, and that has made a big difference in tonight's game. Injured his hand.
Yeah, that's this defensive front. I mean, they're deep too. I mean, they've got good players. You see Purdy
into the lap of Brock Purdy. 2nd and 10. McCaffrey, nice
warning. They're just hoping to get in field goal range, kick it right away, and see if maybe they can't get an onside kick. But
until they met up with this Seahawks defense that has been dominant tonight in this battle for the Scott hand on a helmet a couple of plays ago. His thumb's bleeding as he goes back. Good play made by Josh Jobe as he got in front of George Kittle. It's 4th and 6.
Just another one of these outstanding secondary players that they have, and they make you earn everything. You got to be perfect with the throw. You know, excellent coverage, and that's been the case throughout the game.
Now and the Seahawks are going to take over on downs. Derek Hall came in, delivered a blow.
From the back, he gets hit up high right after that, and it was a big-time collision, and you just hope that he's going to be okay.
Well, we talked about his thumb, and he hits his hand again. His thumb was bleeding and looked okay on that 3rd down throw. This time he gets hit, and thankfully there's the bloody thumb. Purdy is 51 away from a first-round bye and an NFC West title.
Well, you go back to that game for what it all meant tonight. But they've battled hard on the road. This is a well-earned win.
John Schneider with 9, and there is second-year head coach Mike McDonald. 10-win team a year get the bye with the #1 seed. Meanwhile, they have a home date against the Chargers. If they win, they're the #1. If Denver loses and New England wins, New England is the #1 seed in the AFC. 3rd down and 12 here. Wap Troy to Sam Darnold, who was in this similar spot last year with the Vikings. Week 18 didn't go well.
Behind him, but I thought he was really good. He was calm. He was collected right from the start. Made good decisions. Never put the ball. Handled it beautifully.
Seattle #1 seed or the 6. They're the 5 if the Rams lose at home to Arizona. They're the 6 to the field, and Lisa Salters.